So great to have you guys back. Thank you again for watching one of our videos. My name is Albert Villa. We are called Mind Prosperity and we are focusing on mental wealth and mental well-being. I also want to say that I do sessions, individual sessions. I do group sessions. I do sessions in businesses. So if you guys are interested in contacting us, my email address will be on the screen. And we do this worldwide on social media platforms. So please feel free to contact us and we will be so glad to assist you guys with whatever you need. So today I'm going to speak about how to build mental muscle. And if you haven't seen our previous video yet, I spoke about having a victorious mindset. Having a victorious mindset is important because wherever your mind goes, you will eventually end up going. So that's why it's so important to get your mindset, to get your thinking and all of this right. So today we're going to speak about building mental muscle. And when we think about building mental muscle, we build mental muscle more or less the same that we build our muscles in the gym. Not exactly the same in the sense of application, but I want to use today how you build your gym muscle as an example on how you build your mental muscle. If you really want to know how to build your gym muscle, please go check out the videos that I did with Zain Grissel, my trainer. We have two videos, one on building muscle and one on eating right, so go watch that. But today we're speaking about building mental muscle. And just like you have to build your physical muscle, you have to build your mental muscle. So let's look at a few things. The first thing you have to do to build your mental muscle is you have to eat right. And I'm not speaking about physical food, or what I want to say is you have to feed your brain right. Just like you have to give your muscle the right food, you have to give your brain the right food. So what you put into your brain is extremely important. Or let me say this rather, I think this is a better thing to say. What you put into your mind is extremely important. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to natural food, they love to eat junk. I'm one of them. It tastes very good, but it's not good for the body. It's not good for the muscle in the long term. And it's the same with your thinking. It's the same with your mindset. It's the same with your mental muscle. A lot of people like to eat junk. What do I mean by that? Gossip, negative stories, toxic relationships, if I can say that, that's toxic to your mind and toxic to your thinking. That is what a person purposefully puts into their mind. So what's very important is that you have to start falling in love with what is good for the mind. Just like you have to start falling in, if you want to be in shape in your body, you have to start falling in love with the right food. You have to start falling in love with what feeds your mind well. And that refers to what you think and what you meditate on. So what I want to say in this is you have to look at what you purposefully put into your mind. There are some times when you think, when you meditate, when you go into mindfulness, which means getting into the here and now and getting rid of distractions, you have a decision to make. And it goes back to what you read, what podcasts you listen to, what videos you listen to, what news you listen to. What you purposefully put into your mind is extremely important. And then you also get what you allow in your mind, because sometimes we go out in the world, sometimes we go to people and we cannot control what they say, we cannot control what they do, meaning we cannot control what information is available at that moment, but we still can control what we allow into our minds. What do I mean by that? Let me use an example. Sometimes I make a decision to say, listen, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to gym hard, I'm going to eat the right food, and then all of a sudden a friend will invite you and you get to their house and there's my favorite food, pizza, and there's cake and there's ice cream. And then I have to make a decision. I was invited to a place, this food is available, but now I have a decision. Am I going to allow it in or I'm not going to allow it in? Now, I want to say this, when it comes to natural food, you don't have to eat everything people give to you when you go to them. A lot of times we think like that, oh, I have to break my diet now because I'm going to these people. No, you don't have to. And it's the same with your mental muscle. Just because you're going to certain people doesn't mean you have to consume in your mind everything that they say. So there are some times where you have to purposefully, when you are by yourself, you have to feed your mind right. Sometimes there are times where you go out in the world and you cannot control what people say and do, but you can still decide what you allow in and what you don't allow in. How do you do that? It determines what you believe and don't believe. So yes, I heard you say this. Yes, I saw you do this, but I don't have to do it. I don't have to believe it. It might be true for you, but it's not true for me. Let me use an example. People can say something like, everybody is getting retrenched and everybody is losing their jobs and it's going to happen to everybody. And you can say, listen, I hear what you say, but I'm not allowing that in. I still believe that I'm going to make a great impact in this world. I still believe I can build a great business. I still believe I can be a great employee, whatever it is. You have to decide what you allow into your mind and you have to decide what you disallow into your mind. So that's how we feed our minds. You have to get to a place where you purposefully put things into your mind, and you have to get to a place where you allow and disallow certain things into your mind. And then you have to get to that place where you exercise your mind. Just like you exercise your muscle, you have to exercise your mind mind, you have to exercise your mental strength. You exercise your mental muscle out there in the world, meaning whatever I think about, whatever I read upon, whatever I meditate upon, whatever I allow and disallow in, I now have to go apply it in the world out there, because where your mind goes, there your body goes. And how do you do that? You do that by your imagination, and you do that by your belief system, and you do that by the words you speak. Very, very important. Last week I spoke about the importance also of the I am statements, and that's how you apply it in the world. People can see the way you think. What do I mean by people can see the way you think? Your actions actually shows what you think, because if you think great thoughts, you will literally start living a great life. When you think productive thoughts, you will literally start living a productive life. That's how you exercise what you believe. Meaning, if you believe you can build a great business, if you can meditate on building a great business, if you can read up on building a great business, if you feed your mind right, then eventually your body is going to follow the action. You're gonna work hard in the business, meaning you're gonna start exercising what you believe in your mind. If you don't believe you can build a great business, if you don't believe you can build a great family, if you don't believe you can marry a beautiful girl, or if you're a girl, marry a beautiful guy or a great guy, your actions will never show it. So as you feed your mind, as you allow and disallow things into your mind, eventually your actions will start to show. But listen again, and I know I speak about imagination a lot, but it starts in the imagination. Albert Einstein said imagination is even more important than knowledge, and that's one of the guys who knew some of the most things in the world. He was extremely clever, and he spoke about the importance of the imagination. Snyder in 2000 said, hope arises when a concrete positive goal is expected, and hope consists of a visualizing and expecting, as well as the element of feeling good about the outcome. So what he's basically saying is, if you have hope, if you have a good imagination, if you have a good expectation, and you combine it with a good feeling, meaning it feels to me like this already happened. I have this imagination, I have this expectation, and my emotions are actually making me feel good about this. It's in that place where you start to create amazing things, and it's at that place where you start to create great things. And yes, maybe sometimes it will take time, and I think this is the thing that frustrates most people. Some of the greatest people, if you look at Colonel Sanders, if you look at Michael Jordan, if you look at who else can I use? Thomas Edison. There are so many people that I can use as an example to say, these people became extremely great in their field. They believed that, they expected that, they visualized that, they never stopped. But some of them actually took a while for it to manifest. So it's extremely important that when it looks like you're failing a lot, when it looks like things are not happening the way you want it to happen, and when it looks like things are not happening immediately, you have to carry on, because eventually you will get to that place where your reality catches up with your imagination and with your mindset. So I want to encourage you, keep on building this great mental muscle, keep on building this great mindset. Maria Jarimovic and Daniel Bartel said the following: hope also requires setting goals, planning how to achieve them through imagery, creativity, and cognitive flexibility, as well as risk taking. Now, I'm just going to break this up very quickly, what they said, and then I'm going to tell you how to build mental muscle through this. Let's look at setting goals. And when it comes to setting goals, I love writing things down, because I like to look at it over and over again. Decide what you want to reach beforehand, because I always say you have to start at the end. Starting at the end means you have to imagine, you have to write down, you have to decide what is the goal you want to reach, what is the thing, where is it that you want to end up. It's like the same when you go to gym or when you start to exercise. First you decide, I want to build muscle in these places, I want to build 3 kilograms of muscle, I want to lose 5 kilograms of fat, and this is what I want to look like, and this is my goals. You have to start there. Planning how to achieve them through imagery, imagination, seeing it with the mind's eye. Maybe get a picture or something, whatever you want to see it or imagine it, and then plan how you will get there. Get an expert, get somebody that knows about business, just like Jim. Get a trainer, get a mentor to help you to build this mental muscle. Creativity. Remember, you are an authentic person. Although you should take advice from other people, although you should get mentorship from other people, don't become like other people. You have your own personality, you have your own way of doing things. You are a creative person. Every single person in the world is creative in their own way. Don't lose your own creativity. Cognitive flexibility, meaning you can change some things, you can redo some things, you can think about different things. You have cognitive flexibility. And then risk taking. Risk taking, you might fall sometimes, you might fail sometimes, but some of the greatest people in the world fell and they failed. But I want to say this: while you fall and fail in the natural, don't fall and fail in your mindset. Don't fall and fail in your imagination, because the picture stays the same. If you try some things sometimes and it doesn't work, try again. If you go and something doesn't happen the way you want it to go again. You have to keep on trying. You have to keep on using your cognitive flexibility, maybe to change things, have the right mentorship in your life. But as you build your mental muscle, keep on building and don't quit, because this is what's going to get you to where you need to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And thank you for watching the whole video. I'm so excited that you've watched till this point. From Mind Prosperity, we love you, and we will see you soon again. Goodbye.